So maybe you've seen one of those planted aquariums where it's filled with generations of guppies and you want something just like that. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to start a colony of guppies. So I've successfully started a colony of endless guppies, and it's just the same with any type of guppy really. So today I'm going to show you how to do this and some tips on doing it. So make sure you stick around to the end so you don't miss out on any of the important info, and without any further ado, let's get started. One of the most important factors when trying to start a guppy colony is about picking the pairs. So picking the pairs is super important because you need to make sure you have some healthy, stable fish that are going to breed and produce really healthy babies. When I'm getting the guppies from the local fish store, make sure that everything's fine. It's not too skinny, it's not bloated, it doesn't have any diseases, and see if it's healthy and really active. But if you just let them put any old one in, you might get a sick one. So with that being said, make sure that the pair you're picking is healthy. You actually just need a pair to start a colony. I started with a pair and now I have about 50 fry in just a few months. That's how easy it is, but you can get trios to get even more success depending on the size of your tank, of course. Which leads us to our next point. The breeding setup for a guppy colony is pretty simple. So you just want to have a nice heavily planted aquarium or just lots of hiding spots in the tank. The reason being is that if you want your guppies fry to survive, well, the adult guppies will actually eat their fry. So you want to make sure that those fry can get away from the parents, and basically they'll just raise off through those live plants and they'll graze off any food that drops to the bottom. So you should be fine, and it's actually really fun to watch them as they travel along the bottom of the tank in those plants. It's a really cool process. Yeah, you just need to make sure though that you have a filter that's not going to be able to suck up the fry, so a sponge filter is preferred. Really fine sponge is better for your sponge filters. Now this next thing is basically about breeding the guppies and creating that really natural look. So in the wild there's no humans coming in and taking out the fry from the parents when they have their babies. So you want to try and mimic the natural environment. Even though they are captive bred most of the time, that doesn't mean that they're still not going to show their traits that they would in the wild. Mimicking a natural environment will really quicken the process of breeding guppies. If you want to breed the guppies, I highly recommend you just have live plants in the tank, really natural substrate. Also pebbles are great, be lots of little places and crevices for those fry to get in for protection, so that's also really good. But with that being said, really doesn't matter. They'll breed in any conditions. As long as you're giving them some frozen foods now and then, just vary up the diet, you're going to be mimicking the natural environment quite enough for them to breed. Now the question is, you've seen those tanks filled with those guppy generations, you've seen how many guppies there are from those little pairs and how many babies guppies can actually have. Well, what if your tank gets overstocked? And it is definitely going to, no matter how big your tank is, at some point it's going to get way overstocked. This is actually really great reason why you should try and take a pair that's a bit more expensive than your common variety in your local fish store. If you can go for one of those fancier guppies, this process is going to be a lot easier. So once they overgrow the tank, there's way too many, well, it's really easy. You can just give them to your local fish store for some profit in return. It can be great for buying fish food and stuff. So you just net out about maybe 20 or 40 fry that are matured and you can tell male and females. You separate them and then you take them to the fish store and they will take them in. And if it is a really high quality guppy, then they're going to give you lots of profit, but they should probably take it anyway because it's such a high demanding fish. Please do not ever put your aquarium guppies in your local ponds or creeks or waterways. Even if guppies are native, your strain might not be, and it could be even worse than the ones native in your area. But just all in all, you never want to release aquarium fish into the wild, especially guppies and any live bearer. If you have high quality guppies and lots of them, you're going to be quite popular at your local fish store. Well, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content just like this, and also some entertaining ones now and then too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.